grabbed my rifle and left all the other stuff. So pack, hat, glove, everything kind of just left behind. And I started running after Nathan.
So I met Cody back in 2017, and he brought in some warranty items. I kind of helped him out, and he mentioned that he was from British Columbia. We started talking bears, we started talking moose, and the plans just kind of came out. He kind of invited us, like, hey, come up and shoot some moose up in British Columbia. And I'm like, absolutely, I would love to do that.
All right.
I'm not that far away.
We'll see you in a bit.
I'll be there before 9.
All
right, we'll see you back.
It felt just a little bit, not rushed, but almost like, okay, we got to do this. Let's just get our stuff in the car and go. So we promptly had to go and get COVID tests that morning at a place that promised same-day results. We loaded up a bunch of empty coolers stuffed with gear, and shoved it in a Suburban, and hit the road.
That's what we like to hear.
All I've heard my whole life is how nice the Canadian people are and how welcoming and how friendly. The first Canadian we met was not all that pleasant. We're an hour 37 of driving now, it seems like. Drove all day yesterday, literally all day, about 11, 12 hours. Hey, boss.
Wear sweatpants to go moose hunting.
It was comfort. It was a choice of 22 hours in the car. How you doing, man?
Good.
How you doing? Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah. Getting closer every time the wheels turn.
Perfect. Heck yeah. I like it. Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, morning, guys.
Finally.
About time.
I know, right?
Well, good. I'm glad you guys got here finally.
Yeah, we made it. Nate and I spent well into that night organizing clothes for the next day, what layering system are we going to use, getting our packs completely ready.
It was finally here. It was real. We were loading up to go on our moose hunt. You know, first for Blake, first for me. I mean, it was just very exciting.
Pretty easily. The plan each day for this hunt was for Nate and I to split up. If it's blazed, you'll find it. I didn't hear exactly what he said, but I heard Nathan say something. He was off to my right, and I looked over at him, and he made enough of a gesture to be very obvious that I needed to be looking across the lake because he had seen a moose.
I don't see him. Come over here.
Right there. See him?
Yeah. I can get him again.
Shoot him again.
So Blake's hunt and my hunt, drastically different. It was pretty cool to see that right off the bat. Kind of got me excited. It's morning of day 2. We tried to get to a lake, and we couldn't quite get to it. The muskeg was a little bit too nasty, so we kind of backed out. We ended up sitting on this meadow, and it was just beautiful. It was cold. There was frost everywhere. We actually heard 2 bulls right at dark. We heard one across the lake, and then we heard one off to our left. We went to the same place that we went the evening of day 2, just because we had all the action there, and it kind of kept going. There was a boat that was kind of stashed down there that we were able to get a motor on it. I don't think that's gonna be tall enough.
I guess these are the one that's going in. Mix it up there. I'll start the gas.
Oh yeah. Definitely has a leak.
Off in the distance, as we were kind of glassing from the boat, we saw 3 moose in the water, and we kind of figured out a game plan of how to get to them.
For sure. I think it's cow, 2 calves. Could be a cow, calf, and a bull.
They kind of walked back into the trees a little bit before we got there, so we kind of landed on the shore. It was a previous burn, so everything was black and spongy. We got there, and we couldn't see the moose right off the bat, so I kind of got set up and ready. Bring my scope over to the left, and definitely there was a bull standing there in the trees looking at us. So it being my first hunt up here, I don't know how to hunt moose. Very different from how I've hunted back in Utah with elk and deer and everything, to where when it gets later in the hunt, I just go to the highest point I can and just glass and look and find the animals. But up here, it's completely different. There's nowhere you can do that. It's very thick, it's very wet, it's very grassy. So basically, it's a needle in a haystack. And unfortunately, the needles weren't talking.
You never know what's going to happen when you come on a hunt. It's never a for sure thing. It could be a grind every single day. It could happen morning one like it did on this one. I've been on both ends of it, and both are enjoyable in different ways. I did take a second shot on that moose with him quartering away from me, and got a second hit, and then he kind of disappeared into the bushes, and that's where things got a little bit gnarly.
Right on the branches.
There goes the other leg.
How do you do that?
Huh?
I hope that moose is dead.
Me too.
I think I've seen him go down. Alright.
Well, both boots are full now. But we're gonna creep along now. Try to find blood. We think he probably went down, but we're gonna be careful and be ready. Just follow blood.
That's a freaking moose. You did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. From there, reality kind of sets in what has happened. So he's down, baby. You hear over and over about how massive these animals are, and once you walk up, you realize that, yeah, that is bigger than anything I've ever seen on a wild game animal. It just trumps everything.
Pull down, baby.
Yeah,
Pull down. 3 on the ones. Oh, I can. So,
That's what I thought.
on the way there, I was kind of looking down behind Blake, and to my left, I kind of see tines sticking up out of the grass, and I pull out a big shed antler. Kind of a cool little token that'll always remind me of walking up on Blake's bull.
To be able to take him home with me back across the border, back to show my family. I was able to get hold of my wife through the inReach, and her response through text was, I could tell she was smiling ear to ear. I think she said, I'm literally screaming, and I'm sure she was. She gets so excited for me when I have success. So grateful that Nate made these connections with Cody and Nathan, and we're able to make it happen. Sometimes that's what it comes down to, is just make it happen. I mean, you get options and opportunities thrown at you all the time. Oh, we should do a hunt together. Oh, we should do this. We should do this. There's a lot of shoulds, and a lot of times not a lot of action. Sometimes all it takes is somebody like Nate taking it to the next step, to be able to spend hunt camp with him and have this experience of all these many firsts. Something I'll cherish forever, and look forward to the next hunt. That's what it's always about for me.